Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a Thinking Pack episode. I think we're 17 now? I think we're 17, yeah. So, welcome back to a Thinking Pack episode 17. 17 is pretty exciting because it's a prime number! Yay! And I'm assuming you know what a prime number is, but just in case, a prime number is a number basically that when you try to divide it, it will only divide by itself or by 1. So, yeah. So, like, whereas 16 divides by 4, so you can take 4... and you can add 4, you can add 4, you can add 4, and then you got 16. 17, like, you can't divide it evenly. You can't divide it evenly by anything except itself or 1. So, that's pretty exciting. We are on episode prime number. So, yes, so basically, we have this project that we have been working on for many, many episodes now. I don't actually remember how many episodes, to get a turtle to take lava buckets from down here in a chest up to the surface. We have that program completely done and working, except for one slight detail. Unless I've forgotten something, of course. But that detail, and I'm just going to clear the screen so that it's easier to see. That detail is that it will not run when we first load the world. So, as you can see, I'm just going to demonstrate this, actually. Lava elevator. Run lava elevator, and it's going to be there. And you can see there's no command prompt because it's running the program right now. So, I'm going to quit the world just briefly. And get back into it. There we go. And, as you can see, we just got back into the world. And the turtle is just starting fresh with a blank screen, nothing happening. You can see the program is still there, but it's not running. So what we need to do is have this run as a startup program. And in order to have it run as a startup program, it's actually really simple. You just need to name the program startup. So let's rename love. Did I type that right? Why isn't it autofilling? No, I didn't type it right, I don't think. Oh, I think I got my M and my N in the wrong order. It's kind of hard to hear seeing as I'm at the other side of the room. And by the way, in case you're hearing any background noise or whatever, there's actually two things involved. One is I have a fan running in my room because it's just so hot and my computer would slow down otherwise because it's just too hot. So I have a fan running at the computer, and so if you notice any background noise, that's probably what it is. But also, my wire from my headset mic is keeps rubbing against the keyboard and everything, so it keeps making weird, low-pitched noises and whatever different kinds of noises. So, yeah. So in case you're wondering, that's probably what's going on. So my apologies. But anyways. Back to the task at hand. So, we just need to rename it. So, rename. Wait, did I not type it right? No, oh, ha ha ha. I did type it wrong again. Well, so how's that? Rename. There we go. Let's do that properly. Okay, rename lava elevator to startup. Start up. There we go. So now you can see our lava elevator program, that name is no longer there. It says startup, and if we edit startup, then it's our lava elevator program that we just were working on. So there we go. And there's actually other ways to do this. You don't have to actually rename the program. You can actually create a startup program in order to run a program that you have currently existing, which I think is what I may actually do, just so that I can sort of keep track of what is going on. So I'm going to rename this again, rename, and type it correctly the first time. This time, let's see. Oh, it's because it's not lava elevator anymore. Rename startup lava elevator. And I typed that right. There we go. So now you can see it's called lava elevator again. The reason I'm doing that basically, sometimes I go through the world save files just to check things, find my programs and whatever, and if they're all called startup, then I have to actually open the program and try to figure out what's going on and like what the program is and everything. So I like to keep the name, because this name, by the way, if you didn't know, Computercraft, another feature of the Computercraft mod is that it saves these programs. It seems to be in plain text actually, but it saves the programs easily readable on your hard drive in the Minecraft World Save folder. So you just have to go in there, find the program you want, and the program, every time I've seen at least, has the name that you call it in the turtle, or in the computer here. So you have to just go through your Minecraft World Save to find a program with that name. So if it's ever happened to you, like has happened to me before, where you didn't name the turtle, like, so this turtle here, it has a name over top of it. So if I break it, then it will keep all its programs. But if it didn't have a name, you break it and it loses the programs. And if you've ever had that happen to you before, then what you should try is, now, I haven't seen every situation, so I can't say with 100% accuracy, but basically, the file is still in your save file, basically. So just, if you have a program you were working on and you forgot to name the turtle, and so you lost the program, just create a new turtle, name it something, and make any program on your new turtle, like save it something, and that will, in your Minecraft World Save, that will create a folder named like 0 or 1 or 2 or 10 or whatever. It will create a folder with that file in it, and so then what you can do is you can go on your hard drive into your world save. You can take the program that you lost because you can't get at it in the turtle, and you can move it into the new turtle that you made, and then you get it back in your Minecraft world. So basically, yeah, so if you happen to lose a program, you can do that. So I'm naming this lava elevator just so that it's easier for me to tell what the program is. Excuse me. And we need to create a new program called startup. Edit startup and have it start up. There we go. And we want this startup program to actually be able to we want the startup program to be able to run that program, the lava elevator program. So I haven't actually written this in a while, but if I remember correctly, it's part of the shell set of commands. Shell.run. There we go. Shell.run. And I think we just need to give it the file name or the path of the file, like if you had this in a folder or something. Shell.run lava elevator. There we go. So if I did that correctly, then it should do. The only other thing I want to do, just for the sake of being complete, this probably isn't even necessary even for debugging purposes, but just for the sake of being complete, I want to tell myself that I'm running startup. So print running, whoops, I'm typing extra buttons. Running startup. There we go. So just for the sake of being complete. So save, exit, restart, and we should see, there we go, ran startup, and it started the lava elevator function. So there we go. So yeah, that's basically what we're doing. So now we have that will automatically run, and you can see like that. If I quit the world again and go back into the world again, then you will see it started fresh, and you can't actually see that because it looks just the same as it did before, but it started the program again. So yay, there you go. So the only other thing to note about the startup function is that there is such a thing called... Let's see. Actually, I'm going to highlight the computer craft mod so that it can see everything that it's got. Here we go. There is such a thing called, there, disk drive. And you can put a floppy disk in the disk drive. Here's a whole bunch of blank floppy disks. And if you put on the floppy disk a program called startup, then it will run that first. That's first priority, basically. So, like if you had a disk drive right next to this turtle with a floppy disk with a program on it called startup, then the turtle, and this works with the computers too, it will run the startup program on the disk, even if there's a startup program in the turtle. So that's just something to be aware of. So anyways, that's all about the startup programs, at least all I have to say about the startup programs in Computer Craft. So yeah, so now we have what appears to be a fully functioning lava turtle, lava bucket transporting turtle. So yeah, so there we go. So that obviously time will tell as we run into different situations and find out, oh, we forgot such and such a thing, that situation that could happen or whatever, you know. But it appears that it is a fully functioning program. So anyways, I'm just going to, on our way up, I'm going to replace a few stairs because stairs are so much faster than those blocks that we have to jump up all the time. No, Cow's disagreeing with me again. Cows like to disagree with me for some reason. Anyways, there's some... And now he's huffing at me. That's not polite. There's some... Uh-oh. Let's get that. There. There we go. So that's going to head down to the bottom of the tunnel and probably knock out a few torches along the way. So I'm just going to see if we can pick up the torches. There we go. I think that was a torch that we just got. So let's stick that there. Alright, so you can see already that's way faster. So I'm going to continue placing stairs. And there's a noise again. Yeah, if anybody knows what that noise is, I've never actually been able to figure that out. So that would be wonderful if you could let me know. And we're dropping copper. That is not very good, because copper is important. And putting stairs on upside down, which isn't much help either. And there we go. So let's keep digging and placing the stairs, and we should be getting up pretty soon. Here's some Certus quartz, which we're going to actually dig up right now, especially since it's pretty valuable. So that looks like it's all the Certus quartz. So let's start heading up again, and I think we're fairly close. Actually, I don't know how far we are from the surface, but we'll find out. So once we get to the surface, what are we going to do? Actually, we still have a whole nother leg of the stairs left to go. So let's see. I'm going to actually transform this a little bit like that. Okay, so when we get up to the surface, we now have that fully functioning lava transporting turtle. So what we need now is we have it in a chest up at the surface, and it defeats the purpose to some degree to have it up there but not actually get into the quarry. So what we're going to do is get it from the chest, get the lava buckets from the chest into the quarry. Now, the only other thing, if you're very observant, the other thing... Oh, that's rain. Sorry, I just thought that my computer fans were increasing, but that sounded like too low of a pitch for them. Anyways, the only other thing that you may have noticed is that there is no actual way to get the lava buckets back down from the surface to the mines. And you're right, we have no way of doing that effectively right now. But I think we can figure something out. So let's head up, and it's very, very dark again. And I'm just trying to read. I think the episode's been going 14 minutes now. It's when you're at the other side of the room, it's kind of hard to tell, but I think it's 14 minutes. So anyways, So now we have all these lava buckets in the chest here, and we want them to find their way into this Stirling engine here, and also find their way out of the Stirling engine as well. So what would be the best way of doing that? That's a good question. So yeah, I think that a good way of doing that would be... I'm just trying to think what ways I've done before in different worlds and things. I know I've used Buildcraft pipes, at least for being able to pipe into the thing. I think what we need to do, because we're going to be having more engines, hopefully, seeing as one engine is very, very slow. So I think we're going to put a row of engines along here. And so I think we'll need to move this engine over a little bit. So let's do that. And take this lever with us. And let's get... Where'd the engine go? There's the engine. So there's the engine, and we need our lever. Stick the lever down there, or maybe not there, maybe on the other side would be better, just so that it's out of the way a little more. Move this wooden pipe, because the wooden pipe needs to connect to the engine, and we need another stone pipe, and I think we have a spare stone pipe in here somewhere. There we go. It's actually a cobblestone pipe. They're actually two different things. Excuse me. So let's head back up to the surface. Well, we're on the surface. Let's head back up the mountain, and eventually we're going to get a quicker way, an easier way of getting up the mountain. But for now, this will have to do. So, hang on. We need... Sorry, not a transport pipe. We need a kinesis pipe. So, first of all, let's see if we have any already. So here's a tip. With the Not Enough Items mod, which is this mod that I'm flashing on and off the screen right now, you can actually... This search box, as you probably have figured out already if I haven't explained it, is searches through all the items in the game. But if you double-click the search box, it turns yellow. And then what you can do is you can search something like this, let's say pipe, and then it will show you in the inventory that you got here, it will highlight the items that you currently have that match that search. So, let's see, wooden transport pipe, cobblestone transport pipe, cobblestone kinesis pipe. There we go, that's what we're looking for. So let's just double click that again. And where were we? Let's head back up here, and we just had a pig fall off the tree, it seems. That is rather unfortunate for the pig. So, yeah. Once we get up the mountain again, there we go. So now we should be able to connect that. There we go. So now we got the engine there, and we're probably going to expand with multiple engines off to the side. At least that's the plan. So now we need a way of getting the lava buckets from the chest into the engine. So how to do that is a very, very good question, and one that I am not sure the answer to. But I have, as I said, I was thinking about pipes, but I'm just realizing there are a few problems with pipes. Like, one is that they'll start pulling out of the chest, and excuse me, they'll start pulling out of the chest, and they'll just keep pulling out of the chest even if the engines are full, which means that the engines means that the chest will never actually get full unless we're smart about the way we do this, because it just keeps pulling whether it's got room to put it out the other end of the pipe or not, which is in fact the same problem over here. It's just that we're monitoring this one, so it doesn't really matter all that much, because we'll catch it if there's a problem. So I'm just trying to think what other possible ways of transporting this there are, because I don't think there are very many. I think what we need to do is just find a way of, unless of course we use a turtle, but I think we need to just find a way to compensate for the pipes having that problem. So let's head back down and get the pipes that we just put away, seeing as that's a thing that we need to do. So there's transport pipes. We need actually more transport pipes than that, but I'm not actually sure what we need and what we don't need. Actually, let's make some more cobblestone pipes. Where's some glass? Do we have any glass in this chest here, or in this chest here? Oh, we do have some Certus quartz crystals, so let's do that. Let's search for glass. Glass. And we don't want pipe glass. We want glass. Glass. There we go. So let's check through our inventories. Nothing in there. Nothing in there, so I was right. Let's see if we have anything in any furnace that we're missing. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's... Yes, it is blocks of glass. Okay, so if we are to make... Let's see if we have any sand, because we'll need sand if we are to make this. Sand. Let's see. No sand in there. No sand in there. We may have some that had not actually finished cooking in the furnaces. No, we did not appear to have any sand. So, except for that. Why didn't I see it? Oh, okay. It looks very similar to other stuff. Anyways, that's not enough sand anyways. So let's go and dig up some sand. And, yeah. So basically, there are other ways to get... You know what? That clay could be useful. There are other ways to get the lava buckets from the chest into the engines. However, they're not all stuff we can do right now. So, like, with the Applied Energistics mod, I think there's ways to do it, but that is much farther down the road in the series. So that could be a bit of a problem if we're trying to do that right now. So I think we should avoid that route for now. Let's stick the copper in the chest. And let's smelt some sand. One piece of coal, that ought to do something. We don't need this raw pork chop, so let's just stick it in there. And we'll just have to wait for the sand. For the glass. Actually, I think we'll have enough now. So, cobblestone. Stick the cobblestone in like that. And stick the glass in like that. And we got cobblestone transport pipes. So, there we go. So let's head back up. So what we're doing now... Yeah, I've explained what we're doing now already. So it's kind of pointless to re-explain that. So, let's try using the pipes. So basically, we need, where did it go? Wooden transport pipe to pull out of the chest because it's a pipe that pulls out of chests. So that would be helpful. Now, here's a question. That's not helpful. Here's a question. Can you put an empty lava bucket in? Okay, so that could be a problem. So we are going to need some way of filtering which items go in and which ones don't. Which could be a problem. You know, I think I'm going to have to figure this out off camera. And hopefully come back next time with some sort of a plan as to how to do this. But for now, let's just take one bucket and stick it in and see where we can go from here. And, oh, here's the problem. The lever needs to be on. There we go. That's the on switch. So now the engine is running, and now the quarry should be running again. There we go. And very slowly, very, very slowly. So, yeah, so what we're going to need is we're going to need some way of detecting if these things need lava buckets or if they don't. That is the challenge, basically. Oh, you know what? What we could perhaps do... Well, first of all, I should say, if anyone has any ideas how to do that, then that would be very helpful, but I'll see what I can figure out. But the other thing we could do is that this system with the turtle doing the transporting the lava buckets and all that was designed to be a semi-automatic system. So, seeing as it's a semi-automatic system, what we could do is, I'd like to have one end of it at least automated. So basically, what we could do is I could either automate this end, or I could figure out a way to automate putting the lava into the lava buckets down below. Actually, I think that won't be very hard, because I think that can be done with just a turtle. So then what I could do is I could stand up here and keep an eye on the quarry, and every time the quarry stops, like have a row of engines here, and then every time the quarry stops, then take a whole bunch of lava buckets out of here and fill up the engines again, and then the quarry will be on its way, and have actually down below have the turtle doing the gathering the lava out of the lava lakes. I think that should be pretty easy to do. The other thing we would have to use is a pump. So this pump would gather the lava and stick it in. See, here's the problem I'm running into. And if anyone has any ideas and wants to comment and give me some ideas, then that would be great. But the problem I'm running into is that the turtle has to use, like, it can't transport as a liquid. The turtle has to transport as buckets, basically. And there is such a thing as a tank, which I can just make right now just to demonstrate out of the glass that we have, and get some more coal. Where do we have our coal? Do we have any coal? That is the question. Coal. We do have some coal, and we shall need more very soon. So I'm not going to put all of it in. But anyways, so let's make... We need actually 8 pieces of glass for this to demonstrate the tank. We already have the lava bucket that we need. So there we go. There's the glass. And let's take these 8 pieces of glass, make a tank. And there we go. There's the tank. And let's take our bucket and I'll go demonstrate what I mean. So basically, what I can do is I can take this bucket here, go down to the lava lake that is down there, and fill it up with lava and fill the tank up with lava. And the pump that I was just showing you can do that too. So, see here, if I pick up that bucket of lava, I can put the tank down, and I can stick lava in the tank. And I can even take it back out again. And actually, here's, some tanks do this, some tanks don't. If I break it, will it retain its lava? No, it won't. So the tank has to just stay there. But I can put lava into the tank and I can take it out. However, if I am not here, I will not be able to take the lava in and out of the tank. So I will need... The pump can put lava into the tank, but I will need some way of automatically transferring from the tank into buckets in the chest. So, yeah, so that's basically the idea. And in case you're wondering why I'm going to all this trouble, like, I could, for those of you who have figured this out already or know a little bit about the mods, I could have just run a pipe from down here all the way up to the surface. So why didn't I? Well, two answers to that question. One answer is that the pipes, like, I would have to run that would be a very, very, very long pipe, and I'm not sure I want to run a pipe that far. But the other factor involved is that basically one of the qualifications of this series was to find like unusual ways to do things, basically. So that would be that's the obvious thing to do, is to run a pipe. So that is precisely what we're not doing, seeing as we have another potential alternative. So, seeing as that's the obvious way, we are finding our own way to do it. So, that's why the whole thing with the turtle. So, but, seeing as we're finding our own way to do it, that basically means that we won't always know exactly what we're doing. As now. So, now we have the middle portion, as you can see, but we don't have anything besides that. So, yeah. So, if anyone wants to comment and you have any ideas on how to get the lava from this tank into the chest, seeing as we don't have... There's a mod that's very nice. It's called Thermal Expansion. You may have heard of it before, and it's actually quite a fun mod to use, but we don't have that, seeing as it makes so many obvious ways to do things. And in case you're wondering, yes, the quarry is an obvious way to mine, but in order to find another way to automatically mine, like, I've been working on that for a long time and I haven't figured out something yet, so that's why I'm using a quarry, seeing as that's kind of the only option I have at this point. But yeah, so yeah, anyway, so if you have any ideas how to get lava from that tank into buckets in a chest, that would be very much appreciated. And just a refresher, here's the mods we have. Basically, here's the list of mods. So, yeah. Or if you have any ideas how to get the buckets from the chest to the engines easily, then that would be... Or, well, it doesn't have to be easily. It could be as complicated as we want. Just as long as the chest actually... As long as the turtle actually knows to stop bringing lava buckets because the chest is full or whatever. So, yeah. Yeah, so those two things. If anyone has any ideas and wants to comment, then leave a comment, and that would be great. But anyways, for now, this is Handy Annie signing off, and hopefully you enjoyed the video, and see you later. Bye-bye!